Mistletoe Lane. Even the name evokes warmth, joy, and a sense of timeless tradition. The street, adorned with twinkling lights and festive decorations, seems to invite you into a world of holiday cheer. Images of families nestled by fireplaces, carols drifting on the crisp winter air, paint a picture of perfect holiday bliss. Children laughing, the scent of pine and cinnamon wafting through the air, and the gentle hum of holiday tunes create an atmosphere of pure magic. But beneath the idyllic facade, a darkness festers. The quiet, empty streets at night tell a different story, one that is shrouded in mystery and unease, a history steeped in the unexplained. These old photographs, sepia-toned and worn, hint at a past that is not as innocent as it seems. This is not just a street, it's a vessel, a conduit for something ancient and deeply unsettling. The fog that rolls in, the dark, ominous sky, all seem to whisper secrets of a time long forgotten. The houses, charming Victorians with gingerbread trim, stand shoulder to shoulder, each one a silent witness to the passage of time. Each one holds a story. Stories of joy, of sorrow, of lives lived and lost within their walls. But some stories are best left untold. The dark alleyways and shadowy corners hide secrets that are better left in the past. Because on Mistletoe Lane, the past never truly stays buried. It lingers like a ghost, haunting the present. It lingers like the scent of wood smoke clinging to the back of your throat, a constant reminder of what once was. This is a place of secrets, secrets that are whispered on the wind, carried through the streets by the cold winter breeze, secrets whispered on the wind. The trees, swaying gently, seem to murmur tales of old, their branches reaching out like fingers trying to grasp the truth. Secrets buried beneath the snow. Footprints that lead to nowhere, objects hidden just beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered. Secrets that claw their way to the surface, demanding to be heard. As the snow melts, the past emerges, revealing truths that were meant to stay hidden, but can no longer be ignored. The first whispers of strange occurrences began in the early 1900s. Unexplained noises echoed through the quiet streets, unsettling the peace of the small, tight-knit community. Shadows moving in the night, casting eerie shapes that seemed to dance and flicker, as if alive with a will of their own. Residents, hardened by frontier life, suddenly gripped by an unshakable fear. Their stern faces, once unyielding, now showed signs of worry and dread. One tale, passed down through generations, speaks of a ghostly figure in a long white dress. She was said to appear on the coldest nights, her presence heralded by a sudden drop in temperature. Seen only during the holidays, she drifts through the snow, a mournful spectre, her ethereal form gliding silently, leaving no footprints behind. Some say she's the spirit of a grieving mother, searching for a lost child, her sorrowful wails echoing through the night, a haunting reminder of her eternal quest. Another legend speaks of a darkness that descends upon the lane each Christmas Eve. Lights flicker, electronics malfunction, the air grows heavy with an unexplainable tension, and children claim to hear whispers calling their names from empty rooms. These whispers, soft yet persistent, seem to come from the very walls themselves. These stories, dismissed by some as folklore, have haunted Mistletoe Lane for over a century, each generation adding their own encounters to the growing legend. Seeds of unease planted in the fertile ground of fear. These seeds took root, nourished by the collective anxiety of the townsfolk. And from these seeds, something truly terrifying would grow, a darkness that thrived in the cold, feeding off the fear and uncertainty that permeated the air. December 24th, 1952. The night was cold and still, the kind of night where every sound seemed to echo through the crisp air. The air crackled with anticipation. The entire town was wrapped in a blanket of snow, and the festive lights twinkled like stars in the night. Christmas carols filled the air, their melodies weaving through the streets and into the hearts of everyone who heard them. But on Mistletoe Lane, a different kind of chill settled over the festivities. The street, usually bustling with holiday cheer, felt unusually quiet and tense. Mrs. Eleanor Winter, a beloved resident known for her kindness and her legendary Christmas baking, vanished without a trace. She was the heart of the community, always ready with a warm smile and a plate of cookies. One moment she was hanging ornaments with her neighbours' children, laughing and sharing stories. The next, she was gone, as if she had been spirited away. Her coat still hung by the door, untouched and waiting for her return. A half-finished batch of gingerbread cookies sat cooling on the counter, a testament to her sudden and mysterious departure. But Mrs. Winter was nowhere to be found. The house was eerily quiet, as if it too was holding its breath. The police investigation yielded nothing. They searched high and low, but there were no clues to follow, no signs of forced entry. The doors and windows were all securely locked from the inside. No struggle, no witnesses. It was as if she had simply vanished into thin air. It was as if she had simply stepped out of existence, leaving behind only questions and a sense of unease. Her disappearance cast a pall over Mistletoe Lane, a wound that never truly healed. The community, once so full of joy, was left with a lingering sadness that no amount of holiday cheer could dispel. The police pursued every lead, every whisper, every fleeting shadow, but Mistletoe Lane held its secrets close. Days turned to weeks, weeks to months. The trail ran cold. The case, officially unsolved, became a chilling reminder of the darkness lurking beneath the surface of the quaint lane. Whispers of foul play circulated. Had someone in their midst committed an unspeakable act? The residents of Mistletoe Lane, once a tight-knit community, now eyed each other with suspicion. Trust eroded, replaced by fear and doubt. The festive cheer that once defined the street was gone, replaced by an unspoken dread. The disappearance of Mrs. Winter marked a turning point. The strange occurrences, once isolated and easily dismissed, escalated. Residents reported flickering lights, disembodied voices, and objects moving on their own. Footprints in the snow leading to and from Mrs. Winter's house appeared overnight. No explanation was ever found. Toys came to life in darkened rooms, their laughter echoing through empty houses. Fear tightened its grip on Mistletoe Lane. The festive lights seemed to dim, as if the street itself was mourning the loss of its innocence. Little Emily Carter, just 6 years old, refused to sleep in her room. The teddy bear talks, she'd cry. He says Mrs. Winter is cold and wants to come home. Her parents dismissed it as nightmares, but Emily's terror was real. One night, Emily's mother found her daughter sleepwalking, clutching the teddy bear. Its button eyes seemed to glow with an eerie light. As she pried the toy away, she felt a cold draft and heard a faint whisper, "Help me." Emily's story sent chills down the spines of the residents. Even the skeptics couldn't deny the palpable fear that now permeated every corner of Mistletoe Lane. Section 7. Whispers on the Wind, Voices from Beyond. As the years passed, the stories continued, whispers on the wind, carrying fragments of conversations, haunting melodies played on a child's music box, heard through locked doors. One resident, Mr. Harrison, claimed to have seen Mrs. Winter's face peering out from the attic window of her abandoned home. His frantic call to the police ended in frustration. The house was empty, just as it had been for decades. The line between reality and nightmare blurred. Was Mistletoe Lane truly haunted by the spirits of the past? Or had the collective fear of the residents manifested into something tangible, something sinister? Section 8. The Haunting of Mistletoe Lane, a town in fear. The once coveted homes on Mistletoe Lane stood vacant. Families, unable to bear the constant dread, moved away. For sale signs dotted the snow-covered lawns like tombstones marking the demise of a once vibrant community. Those who remained whispered of a curse, a darkness that had seeped into the very foundation of the street, a malevolence that refused to be ignored. Mistletoe Lane, once a beacon of holiday cheer, became a ghost town, its beauty tarnished by fear, its history stained with unanswered questions. Section 9. Unanswered questions, the mystery endures. What happened to Mrs. Winter? Did she simply disappear? Was she taken? Or did something more sinister befall her on that fateful Christmas Eve? The questions linger, echoing through the empty streets. The lack of answers only fuels the fear. Mistletoe Lane remains a chilling testament to the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of the ordinary. Some mysteries are never meant to be solved. Some truths are too terrifying to face. Section 10. Mistletoe Lane. Forever shrouded in mystery. Mistletoe Lane stands frozen in time, a stark reminder that even in the most idyllic settings, evil can take root. That beneath the veneer of normalcy, darkness may lurk. The holiday lights no longer twinkle. The carols have faded. Only the wind whispers its mournful song, carrying with it the secrets of Mistletoe Lane. Secrets that may never be fully revealed. This is a place where the past refuses to die, where shadows dance in the moonlight and whispers echo through the snow. This is Mistletoe Lane, forever shrouded in mystery.